but it's Thursday, which means it's time for the Bud List. It's also a time where we read some viewer mail. We get tons of mail. Holy cow. It really picks up around Christmas time. Get the Santa letter, right to First Things First. I'm just jumping the letter.
Is it the same music for when you write a letter to Santa, you think?
Depends. At my house it is.
Oh, okay.
Dear Wilds, love the show. Question about the promo you just ran for America's Game of the Week. Is that a standard marketing promo panel across all FS1 shows? Sincerely, Dawn. Wow, Dawn. Actually, it is a standard marketing panel. We try to, take advantage and promote the company priorities, which is America's Game of the Week. We do have some creative leeway when it comes to like a game like Eagles versus Cowboys to make the shows stand out, feel a little bit different. This is not.
This is so great.
What
is that? Will you put my real body on there? Oh my goodness. That's the best. Greg Jennings is laughing a little too hard. Okay, so I'm not Mr. Universe like you are, okay? Golly. All right. Let's get to it. Enough of the shenanigans and the lollygagging and all that. All right. Bud List at number 3. Damian Lillard.
Oh!
Now look, I'm not jumping to conclusions after just 4 games, all right? It is early. It's going to take a lot of adjustments. We all knew that. You got a new coach, and there's a long season to get through it. But after a great opening, Dame, where you had 39 points, it has been bad, all right? You've averaged 15 points on 37% shooting, 26% from three-point range. All right, and the defense for the team, we know you've never been a great defender, but the Bucks, who were 4th in the league defensively last year, have dropped all the way to 29th this season. Again, it's early, but I got to say this, Dame. Just this year, if you guys don't get it done, then you're going to get the blame. All right, nobody's going to jump on Giannis. Giannis has already won a championship, and he's done it without a fellow superstar on the team. All right, this is going to fall on you. Just like this can boost your legacy, it can also harm it a little bit. Because in Portland,
real expectations.
There's expectations now. So I do believe in you, Dame. I believe you guys can get it done, but you know that you got to go out here and do your thing. All right, at number 2, Tua. All right, we know they got the big game with the Chiefs this Sunday in Germany. All right, and Tua you're like the Dolphins right now, which makes sense. You're their quarterback, but you muscle up and you beat up on the scrubs, the bad teams. Okay, check this out, y'all. And you play better against these teams too. Miami has 1 win. They don't have 1 win against a team with a winning record.
Yeah,
not 1. 4 of their 6 wins are against teams with 1 or 2 wins, okay? So really bad competition. And Tua leads the league with touchdowns at 18 touchdown passes, but 16 of those have come against those losing teams. So against the good teams they play, Buffalo and Philadelphia, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions for Tua. This is a guy that might win the MVP. So you got to step up. You've averaged fewer than 250 yards a game. In those 2 big games, you average over 300 for the year. So you got to go out here and get it done against a good defense, a great defense maybe, in the Chiefs. Tua, I do believe in you. All right, at number 1, we got a double here, but they play together. So Micah and Dak. All right, obviously the huge game with the Eagles. You guys have to prove you can beat an elite team or at least be close with an elite team. And here we go, Micah. Now, Micah, I love your podcast. It is wildly entertaining. But you have been so complimentary of the Eagles. It's kind of like your friend who's a little bit too complimentary about how good your wife looks. Like you go overboard. She is fine, man. You went a little too far and it just gets a tad uncomfortable. Now, maybe you were using reverse psychology. And that might be the case. Get the Eagles a little. Not the friend. I'm back on Micah.
Okay.
But, get the Eagles being overconfident, thinking that you guys fawn over them and you think they're too good.
Yep.
So we'll see. Maybe that'll work out. Dak, look, some people, even on this panel, think you own the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm looking at it like, you know what? You've owned a bunch of backups, practice players, and Gardner Minshew. Okay, now go get it done against Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, who really are rolling and playing well, and then you will get major props from me, Dak. All right, so Dak, Micah, I do believe in you. I just believe in the Eagles a bit more.
Okay, great job.
I'm going to go back to my old stomping grounds and go to the city of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Because those Green Bay, Wisconsin fans deserve better. And they're starting to fall out of love with Jordan Love.
Here they are.
Jordan, I'm going to give it to you as plain as day, man. You've been very bad. Expectations are high. They will remain high. No one cares about what you don't have, who's been on the field with you, who's missed games, all the receivers in their youth. The expectation is you sat behind one of the best quarterbacks to do it, and we thought you were going to step in and be at least better than this, but you've been this. If we take a look at your numbers, this is who you are right now. Jordan, you're better than this. I know you're better. Listen to my voice, man. You're not this bad when it comes to completion percentage, but it is bad. You are the worst in the league. These numbers, are they lying to me? Please tell me they're lying to me, because when I look at your season from week 1 to week 3 and week 4 to week 8, it looks a little different. Who you were at the beginning of the season, you didn't turn the ball over. I get it. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to throw some interceptions, but you got to find a way to put the ball in the end zone, help your defense out, and to actually complete passes. That's what you do. If nothing else, you can't be 57% completion. Jordan, I'm falling out of love with you myself, and I don't want to do it.
Well,
but I'm going to give you a second chance. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you 10 more chances to make it right. Please, Jordan.
Look, Greg, that's great because he is under duress. There's no doubt. Right. The good thing for the Packers is they didn't lock him up long term. I don't think he'll be their quarterback next year. Certainly not for the future.
Wow. I wonder, Colin quoted today whether or not Kirk Cousins could end up in Green Bay.
How many teams is Kirk Cousins going to play for?
I don't know. I just tell you what people
Whoever needs a quarterback.
All right, so I'm going a little off the board here. I hesitate to do this, but I feel like I have become an old man in the time that I've been doing this show.
Could see that.
All right, so a little anecdote from my personal life if we start, because I'm putting young people on the bud list. I don't want to bury the lead. Young people, most notably young NBA players. But, so my wife owns a women's clothing boutique in Harlem called Trintage. You guys should check it out, do the podcast from there. And she this weekend came home, she was like, man, young people these days, they don't value dollars, they don't show up for work, all these things. And I said, babe, maybe that. I was like, or maybe, I think people have always just been saying that about young people. Maybe it's, pay them more, something like that. It's a part. It's like, no, it's this generation. It's just different. I'm like, I think probably just pay them more and, young people. And I turn on an NBA game. I'm like, oh, Victor Wembanyama, he can play 28 minutes. LeBron, who's been in the league longer than Victor Wembanyama's been alive, can play 38 minutes. Kevin Durant, available every day. Devin Booker, who's just, been in the league 10 years less than LeBron, he played one game, was awesome, and then was gone. I look all around the league, and I say, you know what, young people? Go to work. And in the NBA, we can't say it's pay them more, make pretty good money. And I understand I sound like an old man here, but it's this polarizing take that Gen Z pro athletes made a full generation.
Wow.
I'm an old millennial now saying, Brew, young people need to go to work.
Young people be soft?
I'm not going that far. But you need to show up for work.
Look, I agree with you totally, 100%. The only thing I'd throw in there, and he's an all-time great coach, obviously. I think some of this is on Popovich and the staff in San Antonio. I would love to see Wembanyama play.
Is it on Frank Vogel and the staff in Phoenix? Hey, go to work.
Okay.
A lot of these staffs don't want the players to play.
Okay. Mine's tangential to that.
Really?
Well, young, old, because I'm putting birthdays on.
Birthdays?
Yeah, birthdays on in general.
You don't like birthdays?
I love birthdays. I don't think you should make a huge deal out of them. Remember, it's my birthday during the Super Bowl. You're like, hey, we should dedicate the whole show to you during the birthday. I was like, no. Maybe
Did
just
we?
like in the
Then why'd you keep telling everyone, hey guys, it's my birthday? Hey guys, did you know it was my birthday? You were wearing that big button that said, hi, it's my
It was
birthday.
Brew's birthday. We got him crumble cookies at the end. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Brew, your guy, happy birthday, Jimmy G. Raiders social media said, you know what? For your present, we got you a spot on the bench. Now, guess how old Jimmy G is?
32.
He's 32. Today.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that, as you say, his body betrayed him.
Exactly.
It's different. Kawhi Leonard's body, different than LeBron James's body. Cam Newton, y'all, I got proof. Jimmy G's never been durable.
I know.
And the hits have taken their
What do you
toll.
think of
That's the
him
only explanation.
giving him the
This
birthday
was
for
a
social
guy,
media
this
show?
is the 10th winningest quarterback
Are you speaking
since
from
the
experience?
merger.
Has your body betrayed you? Can we please get the Cowboy Eagle graphic back
throw
up
the ball
here?
70 yards.
Is this
Right
why
now.
you're talking about?
60. Wow.
Well, it's 60 yards?
Not anymore.
60. Oh, okay. Well, you never know.
Not
Loosen it
anymore.
up,
talking
Bert.
about
Do
the
that Mac
bodies
Jones
betrayed.
I don't know what he can do now.
Coming up next, we are talking about, Belichick not only playing the Washington Commanders, but maybe.
Yeah, look, there it is.
Okay.
There it
That
is.
is not my body. Look at me.
Exactly. His body is betrayed him.
Does that look like me?
Yeah,
It does.
just like it.